This is Good Morning Suncoast. We're here for you.
Good morning. Wednesday, the big day before the holiday. Glad you're with us. I'm Ray Collins.
And I'm Stephanie Roberts. It's a busy travel day. You can tell already on the roadways. A lot more volume in the 5 a.m. hour than I think you'd normally see on a weekday. Absolutely. Folks mostly headed northbound, so that makes sense. Off to see family and friends. But as we check in with First Alert meteorologist John Scalzi, heading north means some fog, John. It was thick as we got to the northern portions of our viewing area.
Absolutely right, and especially in northern parts along the coastline. And then in inland areas north of, say, Hillsborough County, I think you're going to really encounter some denser fog that may linger just a little bit longer. Across our region, coastal region, seeing half-mile visibility at times, but it kind of comes and goes. So you never know when it's going to kind of come up on you. So that's a reason to kind of just use a little extra caution this morning as you head out the door. If it does come up on you, remember low beam headlights and just ease up off that gas pedal a little bit. A cluster of clouds in Gulf waters spells possibility of some heavy rainfall tomorrow. Certainly an excellent chance of seeing some sort of rain during the day and especially afternoon. We'll talk about that in a minute. Today, though, not so bad. After the fog lifts, we'll have partly cloudy to partly sunny skies and a daytime high near 80. Complete weather details coming up in a few. Back to you guys.
All right, talk to you soon. Thank you, John. Checking First Alert traffic in Manatee County. Buildups continue there at State Road 70 at 301. Otherwise, pretty clear in Manatee County. Farther south, you'll see the Bayfront, some buildup there. Also, Siesta Key showing some early congestion there along the beach road, and otherwise clear in that section of Sarasota County. South County, all clear at 6:02 on your Wednesday morning.
Our top story this hour, developing overnight. A Navy airplane carrying 11 crew and passengers has crashed in the Pacific.
The plane was on its way to the carrier USS Ronald Reagan in the Philippine Sea when it happened. The U.S. 7th Fleet is conducting a rescue operation right now. 8 people have been found. Their fate, though, is unclear. We'll keep you updated on this story throughout the day right here on ABC 7.
Our other big story this morning, as the national conversation about sexual harassment grows louder, President Trump is breaking his silence.
The president says embattled U.S. Senate candidate Roy Moore has continued to deny allegations of sexual misconduct. ABC's Stephanie Ramos has more from Washington.
President Trump doesn't usually hold back his opinions, but for 12 days, he didn't say much about the sexual misconduct accusations against Republican Senate candidate Roy Moore.
Mr. President, is an accused child molester better than a Democrat?
He totally denies it. He says it didn't happen. And, you know, you have to listen to him also.
The president, who's also had sexual allegations made against him, sticking with the former Alabama judge's denials. 8 women have come forward saying they were in some way sexually assaulted by Moore 40 years ago. Some were teens at the time. The president insisting there is no other option in this race.
What do you think about his candidacy? I can tell you one thing for sure. We don't need a liberal person in there, a Democrat. Jones.
In a Tuesday night interview on the Alabama cable network, Moore vehemently denounced the allegations against him.
I never dated underage women, and I never engaged in sexual misconduct with anybody.
But women we spoke to in Alabama said Moore had a reputation.
He preferred younger women and to keep an eye on the young girls while they were working because he would try to date them, and sometimes it made them nervous.
Sexual allegations rocking both the political and media world. Accusations of sexual misconduct against veteran journalist Charlie Rose have cost him his job at CBS News, PBS, and Bloomberg TV. Rose first apologized to his accusers and then later said this to Splash News.
You want to say anything to those accusers, the people that's accusing you of all these wrongdoings?
It's not wrongdoings.
Gayle King spoke about her former CBS This Morning co-host Charlie Rose last night on Stephen Colbert, and she called all of this very painful. Stephanie Ramos, ABC News, Washington.
New this morning, video has been released of a North Korean soldier's harrowing escape to the south. Take a look. You can actually see the soldier leave a car and make a run for the armistice line. Other North Korean soldiers fired at him and gave chase, but not before South Korean soldiers off camera were able to get the man to safety. North Korean soldiers fired nearly 40 rounds trying to bring the defector down. As a result, the UN says the North violated the armistice by crossing the border and firing toward the south. The defector remains hospitalized and has already been through 2 rounds of surgery. The surgeon says the soldier, quote, risked his life for the positive sides of the South.
Harvard University is under federal investigation over how it uses race to admit students. The Justice Department wants to know if the school discriminates against Asian Americans. In addition, Harvard is challenging the DOJ's authority to investigate Harvard. The college has not yet officially commented, though, on the investigation. Uber is under fire after they say hackers accessed personal information of over 57 million users last year. The company says hackers obtained rider names, email addresses, and phone numbers. The hackers also accessed the driver's license numbers of about 600,000 drivers. Uber's CEO claims he recently learned of the breach and launched an investigation, and says the victims were never notified because Uber paid the hackers to make sure the stolen data was destroyed.
President Trump's new FCC chief wants to repeal net neutrality, which has helped create a fair playing field on the internet up till now. Reports say he will announce a plan later this week and seek a vote in December. The net neutrality rules were created in 2015 under the Obama administration to help prevent broadband providers from slowing down, blocking, or charging more for delivery of particular internet content. Without net neutrality, internet providers could speed up their own shows they want you to watch or slow down shows from competitors like Netflix, Google, or Amazon. The Justice Department is suing to block AT&T's $85 billion bid to take over Time Warner. If the merger is approved, the Justice Department warns it could mean higher cable bills across the country. Time Warner owns networks like CNN, TBS, and HBO. AT&T owns DirecTV. Now, if they were to merge, the DOJ argues they would be able to charge competitors hundreds of millions of dollars more for distribution rights. AT&T is now fighting the DOJ lawsuit.
A lot of deals in my career, but I've never done one where we have disagreed with the Department of Justice so much on even the most basic of facts.
Then candidate Trump argued against the deal during last year's presidential campaign. But Justice Department officials say they are not opposing the deal because of politics.
Happening in Florida, President Trump arrived last night in Palm Beach ahead of the Thanksgiving holiday. He landed at Palm Beach International Airport, where supporters greeted him. The president is planning to spend time at his Mar-a-Lago retreat in Palm Beach for the Thanksgiving holiday with the first family. Meantime, protesters were at the site of the gates of Mar-a-Lago. One group asked Trump to renew the temporary protected status for Haitian immigrants and create a Clean Dream Act for immigrant children. The White House announced plans this week to end the status by the summer of 2019. That could force tens of thousands of Haitian immigrants to leave the country. One woman says the program has been a lifeline for her and her family.
I lost everything I have in Haiti. My mom, my family, my dad, everybody, they are living under the tent. So I'm here. The TPS helped me to work.
This TPS, or Temporary Protected Status, is an immigration status that protects individuals from deportation and authorizes them to work in this country if they come from countries experiencing dire conditions. In the case of Haiti, it received the TPS designation in 2010 after an earthquake devastated the island.
A Miami-Dade nursery and a Florida man who suffers from epilepsy are suing Governor Rick Scott's administration over how long it is taking to implement the medical marijuana law. Bill's Nursery and Michael Bowen filed a lawsuit that asks a judge to order the Department of Health to hand out new licenses for treatment centers. A new state law requires the state to hand out 10 new licenses by October, but so far the state has only approved 6. Bowen, who says he needs medical marijuana to prevent seizures, says the department's, quote, inexcusable foot dragging is preventing patients from access to medical marijuana. A spokeswoman for the department says the state is working diligently to implement the new law. State health officials are moving forward with the production of medical marijuana IDs. The passage of Amendment 2 last year expanded conditions that allow people to request cannabis. The health office is seeing almost 300 patients per day added to the registry and says the medical marijuana IDs are necessary for public safety.
It is the busiest travel day of the year, and FHP wants you to make sure you arrive alive. They said last year around this time they had 10,000 crashes statewide. over the Thanksgiving holiday weekend. FHP will also increase the presence on the road through Sunday to take care of higher volume. If you see an impaired or aggressive driver, you are encouraged to report them at Star FHP or Star 347. And caught on camera, look at this in Southwest Florida. A bear loose on I-75, slowing down traffic for several hours last night. This on Alligator Alley near mile marker 93. A road ranger cut a hole in the fence to let the bear return to safety. Crews are going to stand guard around that hole to make sure the bear doesn't make a repeat appearance later on today.
It's due meaning to the traffic is a bear phrase.
Oh,
Yes.
very nice.
Actually is down there.
Goodness.
Nice.
Oh, I've never seen a live Florida bear, but I guess there's plenty of them inside.
No, I haven't either.
I keep hearing about it.
Yeah, a lot of them, I guess. I've never seen a coyote either, and apparently we have tons of those.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Have
I see
you?
one of those every morning.
Really?
Absolutely.
No
Well, I
kidding.
live 10 miles east, 15 miles east of I-75.
Yeah,
So coyotes are everywhere.
Cool.
They look like small German shepherds, in case you're wondering.
I hope I
Kinda
see one
mangy.
someday. Yeah.
Yeah, they're not real attractive.
I see raccoons on the way to work.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
Squirrels. I've seen squirrels. That's about it. Yeah, that's the wildlife.
City
I get.
boy.
Yeah, I know. A little bit of fog out there this morning may slow your commute. Otherwise, after that burns off, pretty decent day. Changes tomorrow, though. We'll talk about that in a second.
Also head first alert traffic, and tomorrow is Turkey Day, and that means the holiday deals are just getting started.
We'll tell you where you can go to get the best deals and steals after dinner tomorrow and on Black Friday when we come back. But first, we're taking a live look outside. A little bit of haze hanging along the buildings this morning in downtown Sarasota. John says be careful of the fog, especially as you head north. We'll be back.
It's been about a month, and I can honestly say I've seen the change in me. I went from being a depressed girl who didn't want help to this happy, caring girl who loves helping other people. I just really hope that people that went through what I went through get the help that they need, because their story is important and they are loved. Thank you so much for everything.
When evaluating the Alfa Romeo Stelvio, Car and Driver magazine said every crossover should be this good to drive. We agree. Rediscover your passion for driving at Alfa Romeo of Sarasota.
Since 1972, Sleep King has provided quality mattresses and accessories at the best discounted prices available. Top brands like Simmons, Sealy, Serta, Beautyrest, iComfort, and more. With available free delivery, free financing, and free setup and removal. For a comfortable night's sleep with same-day delivery, even if we have to carry it on our backs. Trust Sleep King of Sarasota. Buy it today, sleep on it tonight.
Since 1928, Karastan has been setting the standard in carpets and rugs, producing non-allergenic wools that won't promote the growth of bacteria or dust mites like other carpets will. Karastan wools actively remove contaminants from the indoor air, making your home healthier. And there are many colors and patterns and textures to choose from. Come see for yourself.
So many possibilities worth exploring. Minnesota Flooring.
Glasses and contacts. You need them to see, but they put such a strain on your life, you miss precious moments. Due to new advances in vision improvement technology, LASIK is now affordable for almost everyone, with procedures starting as low as $299 per eye and over 1 million procedures performed by our trusted independent surgeons. LASIK surgery is a sensible, safe, and affordable solution to improve your vision. Our simple 3-step process begins with a free evaluation, followed by an extensive preoperative exam to determine if you're a candidate for LASIK eye surgery. Depending on the results of your evaluation and eye exam, you and your surgeon will choose the LASIK option that works best for you. So call now to talk to a LASIK Vision Institute counselor and schedule your free evaluation. That's a $100 value, free. Call the LASIK Vision Institute for your free evaluation and enjoy more of your life.
Call 1-800-813-0109. 1-800-813-0109.
Get breaking news alerts focused on the Suncoast. Download the ABC7 News app.
Auto Trader recently said Stelvio can spring from a standstill to 60 miles per hour in 5.4 seconds. A segment best. You deserve the best. Rediscover your passion for driving at Alfa Romeo of Sarasota.
Now your ABC 7 First Alert weather forecast with meteorologist John Scalzi.
A 61-degree air temperature, a dew point to match at 61. That leaves 100% relative humidity out there, and fog is formed across the region. There is a special marine statement for the waters, basically on the northern part of our Gulf Coast into Tampa Bay, for that dense fog, which may linger through the mid-morning hours there, as it well may in inland areas and to the north. But most of us will watch that fog burn off relatively quickly and lead to a pretty nice afternoon. Temperatures across the region are generally in the 60s most everywhere you look, and as you look across the nation, most of it's pretty quiet, really. I mean, for this very busy travel day, there's not a lot of places that are going to experience difficulties. The Northeast may see some lake effect snow showers. The Mid-Atlantic has a few showers, which will be exiting some of that rainfall, producing some fairly heavy rainfall now, but I think by mid-morning it'll ease up a lot, and then the Pacific Northwest is having issues. But otherwise, we'll be watching this area of disturbed weather coming out of Texas and rapidly moving across the Gulf waters. That area, that low-pressure area, could bring us some rainfall tomorrow, and there's actually a pretty good chance of that. So low rain chances today, but by tomorrow we'll see those clouds begin to thicken by this time tomorrow morning, those clouds will be thickening. And then as we head into the afternoon tomorrow, that low pressure area kind of moving toward the coastline presents about a 70% chance of rain showers, including perhaps some thunderstorms with some pretty heavy downpours of rain at times. So we'll watch how that develops tomorrow and just be aware that it's there. And then we'll see clearing occur pretty quickly on Friday. So that's the good news. Now, under the cloud cover that we have across the region currently, low fog and such, we're not seeing any rainfall. So that's not the issue. The issue is just the lowered visibility by that fog that's around. And as I mentioned, boaters, it will linger in Gulf waters a bit longer, but otherwise, pretty nice day for boating. Light chop with a northeast wind at about 5 to 10 once the fog burns off. Look for today, about a 20% chance of rain. That's it. Then tomorrow, clouding up in the morning, showers and thunderstorms possible during the morning hours, but more likely in the later afternoon, 70% chance of that. And then clearing out in the first half of the day on Friday, leaving the weekend absolutely gorgeous. Back to you.
That's good. Thank you very much, John. Looking at First Alert traffic, things fairly quiet in Bradenton this morning. A little bit of volume on State Road 70 in both directions, and I-75 not showing any slowdowns. As we look at Sarasota, it does look like we have a little bit of volume getting on University and I-75, but also now on the entrance ramp from Clark Road, it's a stalled vehicle heading I-75 northbound, so just a little caution needed as you get on there. As you head into South County, some volume northbound on 41, but I-75 is moving well. It is 6:18, and Thanksgiving Day, of course, is almost here, and that means the biggest savings of the year in the stores are right around the corner.
But when should you actually shop to get the best deals? Here are some tips now from Becky Worley.
Online shopping or door busting? Avoid the scrum. New this year, comparing online deals to doorbusters, they're more similar than ever.
We look at the holiday weekend, we know customers are going to be doing their research and they're going to be showing up in every channel, in-store, online, on mobile, and we know sales are going to reflect that.
But when to shop online is key. According to deal site bfads.net, discounts go live online at a varied set of times. At 12:01 Eastern on Thanksgiving Eve, we're talking about Wednesday night into Thursday, Walmart, Office Depot, and Kohl's go live with their sales. Other retailers are cagier. Sears, Best Buy, and Target all say Thanksgiving morning. Does that mean midnight? 6 a.m.? 9 a.m.? They want us checking in often. And it's tempting with deals like iPads marked down online to $249 at Best Buy. That's a savings of $80. Or Dell.com has the Inspiron laptop for $129. That's $100 off. And Kohl's.com has the Dyson Animal Vacuum $250 off. Now, if you are headed to the mall or the superstore, things are much more civilized. Expect retailers to hand out tickets for limited quantity items. But again, opening times are more varied than ever. So check before you leave the Thanksgiving dinner table.
And tomorrow, a special guest in our studio in the 6 o'clock hour, Chef Judy will be here, have the kitchen all fired up, talking turkey, and giving you last-minute tips to get ready for your big Thanksgiving meal. If you have any questions, You can email them to news@mysuncoast.com. I think she'll be preparing here. Will she be?
Yes, she
doing her
will be
thing?
in the kitchen doing her thing. I will be in my home kitchen doing my thing, and I may call if I need any advice. So.
You'll still be asleep.
Oh, no, no, no. I'm cooking.
But you'll be awake at 6 a.m. still?
Oh, 4:35.
Oh, my
The turkey has to go in before 7 a.m.
Is that how it's done?
That's how it's done. Oh, my goodness, Ray.
I just pour the water.
You have led a charmed life, my friend.
In that department I have.
I get my house up with me, too. You're lucky you're here.
Oh, my gosh. Still ahead on Good Morning Suncoast. We'll look behind the scenes at some of the nation's largest airlines.
We'll show you what they're doing to get ready for the big holiday rush this weekend when we come back. Live look outside. You can see a little bit of that fog John Scalzi's been talking about. He says we'll see clearing, though, as we go throughout the day. Decent travel day on the way.
Christmas Traditions by Lux Art Silks, where more is merrier. Make your holidays sparkle with style. Browse our amazing showroom, cute collectible cottages, and beautiful Christmas displays. Find the inspiration, selection, and quality you need to deck the halls merry and bright. Christmas Traditions also features the area's largest selection of quality pre-lit Christmas trees, every size, shape, and color, and plenty of decorations to make your home shine for the holidays. Christmas Traditions by Lux Art Silks, where more is merrier. Visit us on New 301, just a quarter-mile north of University Parkway.
The biggest shopping day of the year is here, and Sunset Fiat of Sarasota invites you to experience the ultimate LBD. Long, beautiful drive, of course, because no matter which model you try on, the Fiat 500, the 500X, the 500L, or the gorgeous Fiat Spider, you're going to love the way you look and feel in your new Fiat. Prices starting as low as $13,999 during the Black Friday sales event going on now at Sunset Fiat of Sarasota.
Today, everyone is looking for carpeting that lasts longer. G. Fried has you covered with Karastan. With a legacy of quality and integrity, we provide you with a huge selection of Karastan carpets with exclusive lifetime limited warranties. All installed by our highly skilled, highly knowledgeable team. Come ask us why Karastan is the best and most durable. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
Credit card debt can ruin your life. If you owe $10,000 and minimum payments are siphoning away your paycheck each month, you can get debt-free in less time than you think.
I've paid $800 a month for the past 3 years and haven't changed the balance on my credit card.
Get debt-free now has a program to reduce your debt, stop the harassing phone calls, avoid financial ruin, and settle for less than you owe.
I feel like a huge weight has been lifted off my shoulders.
You're pre-approved for our special hardship program if you owe $10,000 or more. Upon payment of your new lower balance, your debt will finally shrink until you are debt-free.
My family no longer has 30 years of payments ahead of us at 20% interest.
There's no fees until you see results. So call now, make one monthly program payment, and free up your cash. Resolve your debt.
Call 800-628-1251, 800-628-1251.
This holiday season, share the greatest gift of all, peace of mind. Subaru is rated the safest and most dependable automotive brand, and all Subaru models with EyeSight are a 2017 IIHS top safety pick. Now during the Subaru Share the Love event, you can lease the most award-winning small SUV, a new Subaru Forester, for just $219 a month, or get 0% financing with zero down. Get more for your money. Go to Sunset Subaru in Sarasota.
When it comes to drinking, what do you think moderation is? The U.S. Dietary Guidelines define moderation as up to 1 drink a day for women and up to 2 drinks a day for men. So what's a drink? The guidelines say a drink equals 12 ounces of beer, 5 ounces of wine, or a cocktail with 1.5 ounces of distilled spirits. Each contains the same amount of alcohol. Like to learn more? Visit drinkinmoderation.org.
You might see some fog out there this morning. It could burn off by the time you go outside. There's a pretty shot. The Ringling Causeway. Looking back toward the bayfront there. There's a little park right there, obviously.
There is.
Not too far from Bird Key. Hard to access, but Russ got out there this morning.
Yeah, and a good place to throw in a fishing line, too. I know I see a lot of folks there fishing, so it's a good way to enjoy the area. I know lots of folks will be out and about over the next couple of days, so send us a picture. We'd love to see what you're up to. Maybe you're up early tomorrow morning with Ray, maybe out running the turkey trot here on the Bayfront. So send us a picture. Let us know what you're up to. Ray will be watching the women in his life cook turkey.
I'm going to get a hard time about that.
Yes, you are.
Erin can hear you. She's awake now.
Yeah, make them help, Erin. It is 6:25, and it is crunch time for the airlines as they prepare for millions of passengers this week.
Here's a look behind the scenes from reporter David Curley.
In this morning's GMA First Look, in the terminals and on the tarmac, this is what the way home looks like this morning. One of the busiest travel days for Thanksgiving. More than 28 million Americans, 3% more than last year, are flying through busy airports, including Charlotte.
Biggest challenge, it's just handling the sheer volume of people going through.
Airlines have added jets to deal with all those passengers, an extra 86,000 seats a day, they say. But as American Airlines showed us behind the scenes, out on the flight line, there are plenty of deadlines and pressures to get jets turned around and people home.
And everything has to be done in 120 minutes, otherwise we don't make our time.
And coming up at 7 a.m., whether you're taking planes, trains, or automobiles, we'll tell you how to have a great Thanksgiving. With your GMA First Look, I'm David Curley, ABC News, Charlotte, North Carolina.
These four lonely walls have changed the way I feel. The way I feel. I'm standing still. Running, 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 running from myself no more. Together we
Gabrielle, Chanel, the new fragrance.
At Macy's.
Is your skin dry? Then moisturize with Aveeno Skin Relief with oat oil and natural shea butter. It softens and smooths extra dry skin and lasts for 24 hours. Aveeno, naturally beautiful results.
I am totally blind. And Non-24 can make me show up too early or too late or make me feel like I'm not really there. Talk to your doctor and call 844-234-2424.
When evaluating the Alfa Romeo Stelvio, Car and Driver magazine said every crossover should be this good to drive. We agree. Rediscover your passion for driving at Alfa Romeo of Sarasota.
Cry for me, Argentina. The truth is I never left you. All through my wild days, my mad existence, I kept my promise. Don't keep your distance.
Listen to this important message. If you owe money to the IRS, you will want to hear this. The IRS is cracking down on those who owe back taxes. They send out devastating letters, garnish paychecks, and even put liens on your home or business. You may have heard of it. It's called enforced compliance. Penalties and interest compound daily on your back taxes, putting you under a mountain of debt. Tax 10,000 has years of experience connecting people with tax resolution specialists who will negotiate with the IRS on your behalf. Working through the IRS Fresh Start program, they will handle all the necessary forms and can negotiate a tax settlement with the IRS. It's that simple. And if you qualify, you may end up saving thousands of dollars, finally ending your financial stress. Now is the time for a fresh start. Now is the time to call Tax 10,000. 800-699-3188. That's 800-699-3188. Call now.
Is your old garage door stuck or broken? Would a new one give you a lift? Let Precision Door Overhead Garage Door Service of Sarasota come to the rescue with prompt and affordable repair service. Replacement doors come with an array of styles and colors, and they are rated to meet and exceed Florida standards. From estimates to installation, your satisfaction is our priority. If you're not 100% satisfied with any product, service, or installation, we will make it right, because Precision Door Service is a name you can trust.
There's nothing like this trail in Alabama. It just goes from the northern part of the state to the southern part of the state. We see all kind of different terrains, great value, great fun. We've been coming for 18 years. We started off with a group of 8, grew to 12, and grew to 16. And we love it because where else can you get world-class golf courses with world-class accommodations? To be able to play these type of courses in this environment, and the difficulty keeps us coming back over and over and over again.
ABC 7 News at 7, weeknights.
Auto Trader recently said Stelvio can spring from a standstill to 60 miles per hour in 5.4 seconds. A segment best. You deserve the best. Rediscover your passion for driving at Alfa Romeo of Sarasota.
Coming up in Good Morning Suncoast, police in London looking for a hit-and-run motorcyclist who dumped the bike in the water. We'll tell you how the man who was hit is recovering.
We'll tell you about plans to jumpstart the Lido Key Pavilion on Lido Beach.
And Manatee County deputies are going undercover to stop shoplifting this holiday season. It's Operation Elf on a Shelf. Those stories and more right now on Good Morning Suncoast.
Live from the ABC 7 studios, this is Good Morning Suncoast. We're here for you.
Look at that.
Very nice start to the day off the Ringling Causeway.
There's the downtown skyline at daybreak. Beautiful shot there as we see the camera panning toward the silhouette of the buildings. You can see Golden Gate Point there, that iconic building with the dome on the corner there. So pretty shot there from our live camera out in the scene. Looking over Sarasota Bay at 6:31 on your Wednesday morning. Hi, I'm Ray Collins.
And I'm Stephanie Roberts. We are off to a bit of a foggy start in some places this morning, though the downtown skyline certainly looked nice. Let's check in with First Alert meteorologist John Scalzi to see if there's any travel troubles out there on this big roadway day.
Yeah, well, it's patchy. It's here and there. Certainly on the live shot there, you didn't see much over the area waters, but there is a special marine statement up for Tampa Bay waters and for areas to the north of the viewing area. Anna Maria up around there. There could be some dense fog in marine waters, so pay attention to that. Plus in inland areas and to the north, the fog is much thicker, so that should burn off fairly quickly and leave us with a partly sunny sky. Daytime highs will top out mild near the 80-degree mark, and today we don't have much of a chance of rainfall, but tomorrow, different story, and we'll talk about that coming up in a few.
Thank you, John. Checking First Alert traffic right now. You'll see some issues there on Longboat Key. Look at that in the northbound lanes as you approach Whitney Beach in the lower left corner of your screen. Farther south now we see an issue there on Clark Road by the interstate. Northbound entry ramp from Clark, still a stalled vehicle there, so take note of that. Otherwise pretty clear in North Sarasota County. In South County, all clear at 6:33 on your Wednesday morning.
Topping our news this half hour, Northport police are looking for the driver of a motorcycle who was responsible for a hit and run.
They say a biker with no headlight on hit a pedestrian on the sidewalk Monday night. It happened along Northport Boulevard and Fabian Road. A few minutes later, a neighbor heard a splash behind the house in the canal there. And sure enough, dive crews recovered a 1983 Kawasaki motorcycle. Very unusual. There it is. The victim was an elderly man who is now recovering. Police hope someone will recognize this unusual motorcycle and who owns it and calls Northport Police.
Manatee County deputies are searching for answers in a homicide investigation after a body was discovered earlier this week. The body was found in a wooded area just off Verna Bethany Road in Mayaca City. Deputies are calling the death suspicious and are working with the Manatee Homicide Unit. The sheriff's office has identified the victim as 42-year-old Jose Barajas Sabatinis of Bradenton. He was reported missing by his daughter last Wednesday. His abandoned car was then found in Palmetto. Deputies have not released the cause of death following the autopsy, but the sheriff's office is ruling the death a homicide.
A Charlotte County mother and daughter are behind bars, charged with neglecting the elderly. Deputies say this pair, Tracy Wagner and Farron Webb, were paid caregivers for a 91-year-old man. They say the women left the man on the floor of his home alone for a week in September during Hurricane Irma. Investigators say they evacuated but left him there on the floor. Days later, a neighbor found the man still on the floor, malnourished and dehydrated. No word yet on when they'll appear in Charlotte County Court.
A Palmetto woman made an unusual discovery in her toilet earlier this week. Danielle Craven was cleaning the bathroom when she lifted up the lid to find an iguana inside the toilet bowl. She says the spiny-tailed iguana was so big she wasn't sure if it was a lizard or an alligator. She posted a video of the iguana to Facebook, and it took a friend to come over and help her get it out. A local wildlife expert told Craven it is possible that iguana came from the home's pipes.
My toilet was clogged on Sunday morning. It was clogged. So we just thought maybe one of our kids used too much toilet paper. We didn't know. So my husband unclogged it, and 12 hours later, this thing shows up.
Thankfully, Craven's friend was able to get the iguana out safely. It is now in the hands of wildlife rescue.
Well, Sarasota, Bradenton, and now Punta Gorda all have female police chiefs. Pamela Davis comes from Baltimore, where she was director of the department's Professional Training Academy. Coincidentally, Sarasota Police Chief Bernadette DePino also came from Baltimore, and she was the first local female chief here.
I never looked at those positions as I was going to be the first in that. I just knew that I aspired to be a sergeant. I aspired to be a leader within the organizations, and I aspired again to be the police chief here. But it's now just great to see that there's more opportunities, and you're seeing more and more women taking advantages of those opportunities.
Former Punta Gorda Police Chief Tom Lewis was fired after one of his officers shot and killed a woman during a citizens training academy.
After years of discussion, plans are moving forward to renovate the Lido Key Beach Pavilion and swimming pool. The Sarasota City Commission approved the project after 5 hours of discussion. A private group called Lido Beach Development Partners will lease the city space and spend up to $4 million to renovate the pool, add a children's splash pad, and build a 200-seat restaurant with a tiki bar and an ice cream parlor. Most of the input this week has been against the project, but a majority of commissioners voted to move forward.
This was all crafted behind the scenes. You could tell these commissioners had had their minds made up before they heard the overwhelming public opposition.
This is going to save a lot of taxpayer dollars. It's going to reinvigorate and update the Lido Pavilion and really bring it back up to the jewel that it is for the entire community to enjoy.
The final vote was 4-1 in favor of the project, and if all goes as planned, developers will start renovations this summer. It should be finished by June of 2019. For more updates on local news and breaking news across the area, you can download the latest version of our app. iPhone users go to the App Store and re-download it. Search for WWSB or My Suncoast. Android users will get this update automatically. The Manatee County Sheriff's Office will be cracking down on retail theft over the holidays through something called Operation Elf on the Shelf. The operation will have deputies undercover in retail stores throughout the holiday season. Shoplifting costs retailers around the country billions of dollars every year. Manatee County deputies have almost 600 reported incidents of shoplifting so far this year. If a person is caught stealing $300 or more in merchandise, it means a third-degree felony.
A rare treat for some students in Venice yesterday. Firefighters talked to students about how they use math and science in their jobs every day. They also demonstrated some tools and equipment. Afterwards, crews brought the children outside to show them how they use the 100-foot ladder truck. Kids also got to ride in the department's brand new utility vehicle used for special events.
Today, the Manatee County Sheriff's Office is participating in the first annual Sylvester Bellamy Thanksgiving Drive. The event is coordinated by Sylvester's brother, Ray. Sylvester was a longtime Manatee County Sheriff's deputy who passed away in 2014. The drive will give away more than 150 meal baskets to needy families and the homeless. Members of the Sheriff's Office, Bradenton Police, and Palmetto Police will assist Ray in the giveaway, which starts at 8:45 this morning at Lincoln Middle School in Palmetto. So nice to do something like that in someone's honor who gave so much to our community.
Nice legacy continues.
Absolutely. Nice weather for it as well. Looks like the fog will lift, giving us a mostly sunny sky today. I think tomorrow will be a little different, though. So we're looking at rain in the forecast. We'll talk about that coming up in a few.
I hope we get the turkey trots in dry anyway. We know maybe
think so.
Early morning.
Think so.
All right, a lot of those across the area. We'll check on our first alert traffic as well on this busy travel day. And also coming up, most of the country is on the move this week for Thanksgiving, and that means the germs are on the move too.
How to avoid getting sick while you travel coming up. But first, here's a shot of one of the busiest, if not the busiest, airports in the country, Atlanta International Airport. Busy right now, be busy the next few days. More news after this.
Hi everybody, I'm Chef Alan Bristow. This is Chef Bob Vitella from Publix Aprons Cooking School. Bob, what do you got on the agenda today?
We're going to do one of our cooking school recipes today. This is a holiday sides, a hands-on class that we do.
Fantastic.
And we're going to make a mushroom pate. And this vegetarian dish, you know, pretty cool. We do things, all different stuff up here. Now, mushroom pate, I have a bunch of different mushrooms here. I got some shiitakes, some, you know, white mushrooms, and some creminis. And the only difference with the shiitakes is you need to take the stem off. All right, this is not edible. It's very, very tough. And then I just diced them up. You can use oyster mushrooms, whatever you want. And then you're going to saute them in oil. I have this going. I'm going to show you this right now because you need to cook these mushrooms until they're almost dry, like we have over here. And that's what gives it all its flavor, because all the water comes out of the mushrooms. Do not salt them until all this comes out. It takes all the water out. Now we're going to add some nice sliced garlic to this, and Alan's going to stir that around for me. Kind of make it like a mushroom cream sauce, everybody. You're going to turn it into a pate. And then we're going to take some shallots, put these in there, all right? And we're going to take a little bit of fresh lemon juice. All right, now what you want to do is cook that for another couple of minutes, just till the garlic cooks a little bit. Then we're going to add some white wine, all right? A little Chardonnay. Chardonnay is a little strong. It's a little for cooking, but with this, it's good because we're going to reduce it down a lot. So you want to cook this till it's dry again, too. Then you add heavy cream. Didn't say it was going to be healthy. Some heavy cream. And then, once again, cook that. This whole thing, after the mushrooms are cooked, takes about 15 minutes until it's almost dry. Then you take this and you put it in a food processor with some cream cheese and thyme.
Beautiful, looks great, Bob. Thanks a lot. Our cooking school classes are always a great amount of fun, so please stop by and visit us sometime or go to Publix.com/cooking schools to see what we do.
For your plumbing, electrical, or air conditioning, and services is qualified, and service calls are free. And services.com, A-N-D, services.com.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere for the Sarasota Ford Promise. We promise we're more than a dealership. We're a destination with a movie theater, massage room, aquarium, cafe, and more. We promise to give you top dollar for your trade, even if you don't buy from us. And if you do, we promise you the best deal. Bring us any competitor's ad and we'll beat it by at least $1,000. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.
Here's something we bet you didn't know. Nearly half of all cancers can be prevented. That's right, half. Nearly 50%, mostly by making small everyday changes in your diet and controlling your weight, walking more, eating less, and eating foods that help you and your family to seriously reduce the risk of cancer. And of course, by not smoking. Visit the Cancer Prevention Together We Can website and get a free 30-day planner filled with tips, recipes, stats, and more about protecting your family. Go to prevent50.org.
This is an important medical announcement. Bard IVC filters have been linked to punctured veins and problems with migration. Anyone who's received a Bard IVC filter must receive medical monitoring and may be entitled to substantial compensation. If you have the Bard Recovery G2 or G2 Express filter, you are in a class of patients who should be compensated for some expenses. Call now for a free assessment of your case and potential money damages. This call is confidential. There's no cost and you may be eligible. Juries have awarded millions of dollars to people who should have been warned about the risks of the Bard IVC filters. Call the IVC Filter Hotline if you or a loved one has received an IVC filter and experienced a vein puncture or required medical monitoring. You must call now.
Call 800-329-3089. 800-329-3089.
Selfless service is the guiding principle of every Army National Guard soldier. They have a stake in the well-being of the neighborhoods where they live and work. To be an Army National Guard soldier is to serve something greater than yourself. Learn more at NationalGuard.com.
For your plumbing, electrical or air conditioning, and services is qualified, and service calls are free. And services.com, AND services.com.
Now your ABC 7 First Alert weather forecast with meteorologist John Scalzi.
Well, for many folks, it's a nice start to the morning. We have some patchy fog in well inland areas, but it's burning off in most locations now as the sun begins to rise. I don't think we'll see a big problem, except maybe out in marine waters offshore. You might see a little bit of fog lingering a little bit longer. We do have some satellite views that are showing that. Otherwise, we have a pretty nice start to the day. I think it's going to end up being a pretty decent afternoon with lots of sunshine around under partly cloudy skies. I don't think we have big rain chance today. We do have 100% relative humidity with a dew point temperature match, so we're not going to see the temperatures fall off much more than they already have, which is basically near the 60-degree mark in inland areas and closer to the low 60s as you get closer to the coastline. The dense fog is located really right along the immediate coastline to the north of the viewing area, mostly around the Tampa Bay area and points north of Hillsborough County. But we still have some reduced visibilities of 3/4 mile or a little bit less in inland areas. But as I mentioned, that's rapidly burning off. So across the nation today, if you're looking for hot spots in terms of travel weather, just aren't a lot. It's a pretty calm, quiet day mostly. Along the coastline of the Mid-Atlantic and the Northeast, we do have some showers in progress there. Could lead to some morning delays at D.C. airports and New York airports. Otherwise, some lake effect snows creating some issues for some travelers there. And Pacific Northwest will see some issues as well with gusty winds and rain showers. For us, it's all about that low pressure area advancing toward the Florida coastline, enhancing our rainfall chances tomorrow. In fact, the rainfall chances tomorrow are good, coming in at about 70%, particularly late day showers and thunderstorms even. There could be some fairly appreciable rain showers moving through the area tomorrow. But we'll watch for clearing that'll take place on Friday, leaving for a pretty nice weekend. Northeast wind comes at us at about 5 to 10 knots. After we get rid of that fog out in Gulf waters, we'll be left with some pretty nice conditions out there. 20% chance of rain. That's it late in the day today. Otherwise, tomorrow, about a 70% chance of rain showers, mostly in the late afternoon, followed by clearing on Friday. I think most of the day on Friday will be pretty nice, particularly the second half, and the weekend looks great. Back to you.
All right. Thank you very much, John. We'll be watching for the fog on the roadways this morning. We're also watching for some slowdown. State Road 70 and 301 beginning to bog down, especially northbound. I-75 looks good despite the added volume already today as people do begin their Thanksgiving weekend travels. Quiet in Sarasota right now, looking good across Fruitville, Bee Ridge, and Clark Roads. As we get down into South County, things looking good. 41 and 75 both moving well. In this hour's Health Smart, saliva may be the key to diagnosing a concussion in the future. According to a study by the Penn State College of Medicine, researchers found 5 small molecules in saliva with real potential for identifying concussive symptoms in children, teens, and young adults. A doctor says the 5 microRNAs in saliva could predict which concussed children would have symptoms 1 month later with 85% accuracy. The study says traditional measures that are typically used in clinics are only 65% accurate. A biotech company hopes to bring a saliva test for concussions to the market within the next 2 years. Industry trade group Airlines for America projects 28.5 million passengers will fly on U.S. airplanes just during this Thanksgiving weekend. If you're one of those travelers, you need to be prepared to avoid germs. To help coming in contact with them, sit toward the front of the airplane. Air ventilation systems on most commercial aircrafts have better airflow in the front. Don't drink coffee or tea on the airplane. The EPA shows that airplanes' water tanks are not always clean. Gross. And sanitize your hands after leaving an airplane bathroom, riding an escalator, or using an ATM.
Now, some sad entertainment news. One of the biggest teen idols of the 1970s, David Cassidy, has passed away. He was born into the entertainment world. His parents were actors, including Jack Cassidy. David hit it big when he played Keith Partridge in the Partridge Family, but he didn't do much after that show ended. In fact, he battled health issues, including alcoholism. He died of organ failure in Fort Lauderdale at the age of 67. And last night was the finale of Dancing with the Stars here on ABC. Actor-singer Jordan Fisher and his dance partner Lindsay Arnold took home the Mirror Ball in the season's 25th year. Fisher says the competition was challenging, especially after he suffered a scratched cornea 2 weeks ago, but it all paid off in the end.
Looking good.
Dancing with the Stars. I don't recognize any of these stars.
Yes, so well, I think that's about the 22nd season of that.
Yeah, so they're running low?
I don't know about that, but they're just younger.
And you were too young to know the impact of David Cassidy. He was my first idol.
Okay, I didn't watch a lot of Partridge Family.
No.
I waited for the Brady Bunch. It was a little bit later.
Yeah, I understand. 10 to 7 right now. Still ahead, your top local news headlines and performers for the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade in New York are getting ready.
It's one of the best parts of the holiday. We'll show you more of their final rehearsal before the big day. First, taking a live look outside. Gorgeous start this morning. Fog not a problem in downtown Sarasota as we look toward the Ringling Causeway and from the Golden Gate 5 Points area. And it does look like we will see a little bit of cloud cover to start the day. Nice sunshine this afternoon.
Hi, I'm Chef Bob. Watch Aprons in the Kitchen every Wednesday morning on ABC 7, where we'll be serving up the most awesome dishes. Then stop by your neighborhood Publix, pick up the recipe card and all the ingredients.
For the last decade, S&S Motorsports of Sarasota has built custom high-performance vehicles for demanding clients worldwide. They're now bringing their 50-plus years of combined build expertise to the parts business. SRQ Performance Parts is your one-stop shop for all your performance parts and accessories.
Get the best Black Friday deals right now during the Black Friday sales event at Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota. Shop the area's largest selection of new Jeep Wranglers. Get KBV's 2017 Best Buy Award overall winner, the Chrysler Pacifica, for as little as $24,999. Or be one of the first to drive away in a 2018 Jeep Cherokee for as little as $19,999. Better prices, bigger selection. Go to Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota today.
Attention, Americans eligible for Medicare. Are you getting all the benefits you're entitled to? Did you know there may be money available to lower your medical prescription costs? Call Health Markets and we'll tell you if you qualify.
Hi, I'm Dr. Martin Jeetsi. It's a new Medicare year. That means more changes and more confusion. The key question is, what can you do now to ensure you get the care you need in the coming year?
Call Health Markets today. You may qualify to save money on prescriptions. We'll help you find plans that may cost less, cover more, and could even lower your prescription costs to increase your savings. We help you find all the benefits you're entitled to, and we do it at no cost.
Make sure you have what you need to get the care that's right for you.
Find out if you qualify to receive extra help with your prescriptions. Call the number on the screen now. Representatives are standing by.
It's the holiday sales event here at Alex Karras Lincoln. Drive a brand new 2017 Lincoln MKX Sport Utility for $349 per month, or Lincoln's flagship, the 2017 Continental, for $449 per month. We have a great selection of certified pre-owned Lincolns. These vehicles have warranties up to 100,000 miles and come with complimentary roadside assistance. Alex Karras Lincoln, affordable luxury. Winner of the prestigious 2015 President's Award, serving Florida's Suncoast since 1978. We are located 2 miles north of the Sarasota-Bradenton Airport on US 41.
Planning a Carnival Fantasy Cruise out of Mobile? Then check out the park and cruise packages at the luxurious Battle House and Renaissance Riverview Plaza hotels. Stay at the Battle House for $169 per night, or the Riverview Plaza for just $149 per night, and leave your car for the duration of your cruise. Includes transportation to and from the cruise terminal. If you're cruising out of Mobile, come stay with us. Call 1-800-MARRIOTT or visit Marriott.com now.
Check out My Suncoast Dining on mysuncoast.com, your guide to the foodie lifestyle. ABC 7's own Chef Judy serves up her favorite recipes, cooking tips and trends, dining blog, step-by-step videos, and Suncoast Restaurant Guide. You'll find it all at mysuncoast.com/dining. Get breaking news alerts focused on the Suncoast. Download the ABC 7 News app.
Pretty shot from our tower camera looking at the Rosemary District in downtown Sarasota off in the distance.
A little bit of cloud cover to start the day, but John says we'll see sunshine. We'll have a recap of the forecast heading into the weekend. coming up. It is 6:54, and here are some of the top stories we're following for you on the Suncoast today.
Police in Northport trying to find the motorcyclist who struck a pedestrian and then dumped the bike in a nearby canal. The elderly pedestrian is now recovering in the hospital.
The city of Punta Gorda has hired its first female police chief. Pamela Davis comes from Baltimore. Sarasota, Bradenton, and now Punta Gorda all have female police chiefs.
A Palmetto woman found an iguana in her toilet. A local wildlife expert says it's possible the iguana came from the home's pipes. It's been passed over to the wildlife rescue officials.
Taking a first look at traffic again, we do have a little bit of volume sort of showing up here and there on 301 up toward University, but I-75 looking good, accident and delay free right now, which is good news for the holiday travelers. Hopefully we can keep it that way through most of the day. John?
I don't know. I got to recover from that iguana video. Yeah.
Gross.
Mostly sunny skies today. Beautiful. Not much of a rain chance tomorrow. Clouding up. Rain's pretty likely, especially in the second half of the day. Clearing out on Friday, and the weekend looks great.
All right, good timing. Last-minute preparations underway in New York for the Thanksgiving Day Parade. Entertainers include the Radio City Rockettes, late-night host Jimmy Fallon, and the rapper named Common. And, of course, the lineup will be featuring floats and giant balloons, the Pillsbury Doughboy, and Charlie Brown. The parade has been around since 1924. It's been around so long, people say the Macy's Day Parade. It's Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade.
Oh, right. They forget that it's what it's for. That's on my bucket list. That's something
see
I
that?
really
Really? You've
want
never
to
done
do.
that?
Nope, I have never done that.
I'd like to also, yeah.
It's great fun.
I think it would just be a great tradition to bring everybody there.
And can be very, very cold.
Yes, it can.
Join us tomorrow, Chef Judy, live in the kitchen. We leave you now at the Ringling Causeway.
Have a safe and happy Thanksgiving holiday.